Hello and welcome back to Atlantis City in Cities Skylines. And today we have a huge episode ahead of us. We are building a cargo airport with integrated industry, and that'll be some ore industry right here. So as you can see, we have our previous industry at the top there for farming, oil and forestry, and we are now starting this area with an airport because it's close enough to that area that will help us a lot, and it's an area that we have like a lot of train lines going through here with outside connection, so we can definitely use this. So I put down the cargo station, the main building for the cargo station, put down a train connection so we can start connecting things around here. You see that throughout this process there are quite a few changes that we have to make this work, and especially it was a very challenging episode for me because it was fun, but it was really challenging, especially because of traffic, and I had to go to sleep and then dream with some solution, and the next day I came as like 5 minutes. Oh, that's good, I know how to fix this traffic, and all good. But we made this connection, so one connection for the line that go through this area, plus another connection that goes to our previous industry for oil, farm, and forestry. So this will help us a lot, especially in that area. And now I'm starting to think about where our runway will go. So I'm thinking that it goes perpendicular to that area. So that is mainly because we have some mountains on one side or the other. This would be the most clear area from all the sides. I'm also bringing this a little bit further, so we have like a little bit bigger runway. I'm also tidying up the airport later on, the layout there for the suburb or the zoning. And I'm also moving the cargo terminal because it was next to the train line, but then I thought, well, if I put it there, all the roads we have like should be weaving across the train line and going above or under that space. So I'm moving it down there, making space now for taxiway between those connections. And talking about taxiways, we are connecting the taxiways on our runway, so we have a way in and out of our runway, really. And then we have to finish connecting our buildings over here. So creating another connections for the runway. I'll extend these roads. I'll change the name later for Main Avenue. I think it makes sense in this area for this to be called Main Avenue. Looking at the size of this avenue as well. By the way, it's amazing how busy this avenue gets, and like with all the trucks just going crazy around this. I can show you that later, but it's quite interesting what they do there. But then expanding the area, as you can see, I added a lot of stands, and this airport will be huge, but I'll have to reduce the number of stands later on, because what was happening, all the planes were landing and going to the closest stand to the train station was causing chaos, like with traffic everywhere, and there was one of the issues with traffic that I was having. So I did change it, and I actually like the way I changed it better later on. So keep an eye out for the overview at the end of this episode. I think you'll like it. Then we finally finalize all the connections there. So doing the taxiway from all these stands into the runway, and then I'm making some other connections so planes have more ways in and out of this area. Now we are doing the zoning for our industry, and again we will build some ore industry around this area, and that's where we start and where things start to get fun in this episode, because as you know, industry creates a lot of traffic, and no wonder it won't be any different in this area. So at the end we end up with a fully 5-star our industry in here. First building going down now, and then we can start popping the mine and the ore grinding mill. But yeah, this area will be really nice, and a complete set of buildings and functionality as well. Then we start obviously with the mining, because we need to start producing resource, and we will start making a lot of money as well, which is fantastic. So now we have the ore grinding mill producing metals from the ore that we mine. We have some storage in there as well. I haven't added the warehouse for the metal yet. And while I was thinking about that, I thought, well, you know what we actually need here? We need specialized industry. And there we go. I'm starting with that right now. We have train connections. We have a huge cargo airport. We have mining going around. We are close to the oil industry. So I started, well, let's have a petroleum refinery in here. And that's exactly what I started. I'll add more to this area, but I think this just fits so well in this area around the airport that I couldn't let the opportunity pass. So building is there. Now I'm just making sure everything is level in here before I actually start adding the warehouse. And I'm adding 3 large warehouses because this building requires 3 different resources. So with that in there, I'm setting all the warehouses to fill. And with all that set, we also level up the industry now. So we need petroleum, we need plastic, and we need metal in here as well. So these are the 3 warehouses that we have. All these resources will come by train, and we will start to see that traffic coming. Now I'm removing these old mines because these ones occupy the same amount of space and they produce a lot more. So I'm just replacing all of these here, and I'll replace the ones on the side as well, making sure that everything is lined up properly and that all looks good. This won't be the last type of mines that we are adding there, but as you can see, we added more buildings for the industry, a new type of mining, more refineries. We are doing glass now as well, and we've just added the electronics factory in here. As I mentioned, this area is fantastic for factories. These buildings are very low. They won't be any problem in regards to the planes going around this area. They're also not in the direction for the for taking off or what's the landing? Oh, come on. But then I'm setting all the industries to 150%, and I'm adding more warehouses in here so we can start bringing the resources that we need. Now, while I was doing that, as you can see, traffic is starting to become chaotic and things are getting really hard. It's not the worst that we got, like it's far from it. We had traffic all the way through the city, which was like ridiculous, but we level up again. And I thought, well, let me do what we have to do and then I'll look at traffic later. Let me put down these buildings because I know what I need in this area. And then I make these buildings like go on top of each other, and I think they look quite nice in that way. And then we are back here in this area. So first things first, I've added the second train station. We will end up at the end with 3. And I noticed that having them on the same road here, they actually don't work well because the traffic for both will be the same and it won't help me. So I'm put that a little bit behind that, closer to the train lights. So we have faster access to that train line, and we have an area where we kind of have like a buffer for traffic to go through, and then traffic will split. This was one of the things that helped, not just that, but one of the solutions that we had to use to fix all that traffic. Now, this station will be connected to the line that's crossing across the map, and the other one will be mainly delivering and receiving cargo from the other industry areas that we have in the city. So that will go through our main connection there. But yeah, now we can see that there is a lot that has changed in here. We are approaching the end of the build, and this time I had some fun with detailing on, on the episodes. You know that I usually do it just on the live stream, which by the way is every Saturday at 8 p.m. on Australian Eastern Standard Time. But this time I wanted to show you a little bit more. I think I'll do the same thing with the main airport. We still need to detail that, and we might do that throughout the a full episode just with the detailing over there. Maybe we just have some fun with that area. But I didn't want to go overboard in this area because it's a mining area. We don't want really much in here other than just a little bit of detail and mostly open area for like big machinery to go around and dig on the ground and like do whatever they need to do. So just in areas especially like around barracks or behind buildings where everything is fenced, I've added some trees, some vegetation, some flowers, add some fencing around the airport, and I think it all looks good. But we are arriving at the end here, and give you a brief overview, but we'll jump in the live mode so I can go through show everything that we've done. And here we are. Look at the size of this beast. And look how busy the airport is. Everyone just waiting to, well, probably this plane here is waiting to go in the same spot as that one, and the other ones that go in other places are just stuck. But yeah, that's how it is. Traffic is much better. Traffic is going well over here as well, so not a big issue. And the third train station is over here. So starting with the airport, as I mentioned, we go that way because we have like plenty of empty space on that side, and moving to the other side, plenty of space there to actually take off. So what I've changed in the airport, I've added these hangars in here, which I kind of think it makes a lot more sense and looks a lot better than just having the stands over there, to be honest. So I could even, it's still an option, I could even remove some in here and add a few more and see how this goes, because we have plenty of options and they don't use it all. So yeah, I'll be happy doing this. This train station is now going mainly to the industry area. As you can see, trains coming and going from there. We still have a connection to the main line in here that cross the city. By the way, this is on the right side. We are building, I'll just show you from above so you have an idea on where we are, but we are building this on our live stream, so check it out. When we finish this area, I'll do an overview as an episode as well. So the main road connection is over here, and there is another road connection coming through here, but I'll show that to you in a second. And this train station is on the main connection here that goes through. So traffic is now flowing. Sometimes it backs up a little bit in here because the trucks go really slowly through there, but it's working nice. This little roundabout here, it's mainly for the buildings that, for trucks that, for example, come from this stand, go around, go to the this train station, and they have to go back into here. So instead of going all the way down here somewhere else, or yeah, they'll have to go through here, go around and come back, they can just take the roundabout and go back. It's much easier, avoid a lot of traffic in this area as well, and makes a lot of sense. For other trucks that come from this area, they can come straight through here if they don't want to go inside the airport or industry, and they take the main roundabout and just go out into the, well, wherever they want to go. So this is the main entrance for this area, road entrance, by the way. So yeah, this is our main building here, or cargo terminal. Have some parking in here that no one seems to want to use, but I think we should have it. Then we do have a, this is my Brutus incinerator that I use for garbage and recycling. And then we have the sewage station over here, as we needed that, and I thought this would be, again, a good place to have that, or refinery in here. These buildings, they are a storage, a larger storage for the industry area. This processes glass. These, I think, process glass as well, not completely sure. Metal, this process metal. And then we have those smaller ones that get metal as well, and one more for glass up here. So mining, more mining over here. This one is the industrial steel plant, which is fantastic for this area. We just need metal and produce steel products, which is great. And then all our factories in here. We have printing press, which at the moment we need paper. And do we have paper? No, we don't. We need more paper in this area. We might need to produce more paper in the forestry industry, and I need to increase this as well. We have the toy factory, we have furniture factory, and we have the household plastic factory. Of course, we have the electronics in here as well. More warehouse. This one is for unique factory products, so they will ship products into here, and then the trucks will take this all into the cargo or the airport area. So there we have it. This is this whole area, and I really like it. What I mentioned about trucks in here, as you can see, trucks, they'll cross these lanes, they'll cross this area to go back. Sometimes they'll come through here and go around there. Maybe this one, it's doing that. There we go. It's just crazy stuff in this area. So but it's pretty fun to keep an eye on that and take a look at how that works. Now, those two cargo stations were not enough. It was causing a lot of, still causing a lot of traffic in here, especially for the trucks from this area for the ore. And I noticed that a lot of trucks were coming here to ship the cargo outside of the area over there. So what I done, let's start with the cargo. I put the cargo station here, brought this train line around here, which I think looks pretty good, except for this part that goes through all the trees over there. Sometimes I don't know if that's happening with you as well, but every time I load the game, this happens in a specific area. So I fixed this all while I was building, like anarchy on, all that stuff. And then this is all like covering the lines now. I don't like that. I really don't like it. I'll fix the rest after. I'll remove the trees instead of just using anarchy. But anyway, we get in here, we have an option to go over there or to go through here. Why are you going so slow? I don't know, maybe that's just the truck that's going slow over there. And oh, I want to fix this as well. Give me 1 second. I can see that and not do anything. Alright, so we have that. That's bringing trains and sending trains through this way. Now, going back to our airport area, industry area, we also have this road, right? So we have this two-way national road that we go underground. So as you can see, pretty busy, going over there, going above ground. And then we have this highway connection that we have through here. So I kind of like it. I thought it was pretty cool. And just one thing that I might change here, just let them go through. They don't need to stop if there are no cars coming. So just keep going. And then that tree, one tree. Then they have access to the highway through that side or the other one. So that brings a lot of cars and traffic through this, which also helps solve all the traffic issue that we had. And I think that's all. So change a few names. Name for this area, for the ore. Crescent is the name that they gave originally. I just changed to Crescent Ore Diggers. And this is the Atlantis Cargo Airport. And what are some roads? We have the Atlantis Boulevard, main avenue over there. We have Oreway, as this brings to the ore industry. And I think that's it, and cargo way, just because there's a lot of cargo in this area, so I thought it would make sense. But that's how this area is looking with all their connections now. I'm really happy on how this is actually looking and how everything is working over here. Now, you let me know in the comment section if you like this build, if I missed something, or if you're seeing something that's wrong. Yes, I'm not adding any, what's it called, toll for us entrance in this area. I don't know, I think everyone is doing that, and it's a bit too much, so I decided to do something different. They have straight access to these areas. You can imagine that sometimes they have gates, or they close it overnight, or they have security, but I want to make sure that they have more options to get or to go where they want and need to go without having to worry about like doing toll or things like that. So, that's just one more thing before we go. We do have a bus line going through here and going to that area that we are building on the live stream. But I just want to show you how this line is doing. 225 people using this. We might need more buses in here, to be honest. I might add one or two more, and then yeah, just want to go. This is busy. That's what I want to show you. This is a connection that we have with a train station, and that's like a lot of people just in this area. This is pretty cool. A sneak peek on that area. That's all that I will show you. And let's go back to our new build over here. There we go. Our new area. And yeah, let me know what you think. I hope you enjoy it. It was a huge build today. I usually don't do areas as large as this one, but I was really happy with the result and really keen to see your comments and feedback. I really hope you like this. I think it's a little bit different from what I've seen so far, like having the industry connected straight into the airport. A lot of unique factories around this area as well, and I haven't seen anyone building this like that. So I'm proud. That's what I want to say. But really keen to hear your comments. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.